Radio Rahim here with Eddie Hearn. Well, one thing that he's doing is having exciting fights.
Yeah.
They have explosive fights, obviously, Joshua as well. But what was interesting is that Luis Ortiz was with you for a bit and couldn't get a title shot. He comes over, Wilder doesn't have to take him, but does. Turns into an incredibly exciting fight.
Wilder did have to take him because he was given a choice. There was no one else that the network was willing to accept other than Luis Ortiz, because they'd had enough, basically. And this is the problem Wilder's got moving forward now. He has to fight Joshua. Or you might get to a position where the network turns around and says, we don't really want anything else. And with the Luis Ortiz fight, you have to give Wilder massive props for that fight. He looks like he always looks. He's technically poor, but he's very dangerous. But what he did show in that fight was a load of heart and a big set of balls, which is great, because Joshua's proved that against Klitschko, Wilder's proved that. So that was a big night for Deontay Wilder in terms of his profile, in terms of his credibility, because before that, he's never boxed anyone of significant note in the division. That was his first real big fight. And again, he looked like he was finished. But he came through it, his stock rose, and it was a great night for the division and for Deontay Wilder.
So I bring this up because there was almost, a moment in the fight with Dillian Whyte and Joshua was like, oh, and then a moment with Ortiz and Wilder was like, oh. So you say that Dillian Whyte should fight Dillian Whyte should fight Wilder because he, proved his mettle against Joshua. See what Wilder has kind of success against him. We could say the same for Ortiz, right? Do you feel like Ortiz maybe has earned himself? If that interim fight happens, that would make sense, no?
Yeah, I think Ortiz has probably earned not necessarily another shot.
Joshua,
possibly.
Like
we may have a mandatory in Alexander Povetkin as well. He's boxing next week on our card. That's going to get called at some point. This is why we have to take advantage of the Wilder fight. Joshua Ortiz is a good fight. Wilder against Whyte is a good fight. I'm not saying that Dylan deserves the shot at Wilder because of his performance against Joshua. I'm saying that he's been on a winning streak since then, and he's mandatory for Wilder. So it wouldn't be like he's picking him, he's giving him a chance. At some point, Dillian Whyte, if he wins on Saturday, will be mandatory for Deontay Wilder. So he would have earned that shot. But anything's possible right now. People are saying to me, what is going to happen? I have no idea. Wilder could fight Dillian. Joshua could fight Dillian. Dillian may lose. Wilder might fight Lucas Brown. Joshua might fight Lucas Brown. We might fight Ortiz. We might fight Jarrell Miller. We might fight Povetkin. I just don't know. But again, until next Saturday's out of the way, the 31st, after these 2 big weeks, all the smoke should clear. And hopefully after that we can say, right, this is what we're going to do.